Hello, everybody. My name is Kevin, and 2024 was. Well, you can fill in the blank by checking the news at the moment. Yeah, 2024 was once again a very strange year and not a good one for me, mental health wise. But the thing is, like always, loads of music, loads of concerts, and of course, lots of CDs. Not as many as a couple of other years, but yeah, we've still got a pretty big collection to go through. So let's not waste any time and let's just get into it. Now let's start off with the only vinyl record I got this year, and this is dedicated to my friend from England whose favorite band is this band. Well, aside from Level 42. But it's Elshu Emelet with their third album. And yeah, so we visited someone who had a pretty big vinyl collection and he just gave me this album just because. And well, all I can tell you is that this cover art, this album cover deserves to be preserved in a crystal cabinet in the Hungarian National Gallery. The font, the sticker, the black and white layout of it all, and the fact that this record doesn't even play properly because it has scratches on it. I know that some people like frame records and put them up on the wall, so maybe I'll do that with this one, but yeah, it's a great synth pop album. That's all you really need to know about it. Getting into the CDs, we're going to start with a random Bandcamp find. This is a German traditional heavy metal band called Acid Blade and their debut album Power Dive. This is honestly really, really good if you're a big fan of like early Iron Maiden or like the speed metal of the 80s. And yeah, this is honestly just awesome. I don't know what else to say about it. Check these guys out. Next up is Hungarian thrash metal band Archaic, I believe that's how you pronounce their name, and their sophomore album The Endgame Protocol. And this is just packaged in this little sleeve thing because they were opening for Megadeth and someone at the entrance just gave me this album in this little sleeve. And it is very solid. So again, if you like thrash metal but want a bit more, I don't know, Eastern European flavor to it or something, then you can check this out as well. Pop rock band Blaha Louisiana with their latest album Sötét Villám, Bring Me the Horizon, Amo. Hey, I completely forgot about this one because it was stacked away in a box somewhere and I did purchase it last year, but I didn't take it out for last year's CD collection video. But yes, the Chemical Brothers with their latest album For That Beautiful Feeling. Oh, it's nothing much, it's just my favorite electronic band of all time, you know? So yeah, review of this one coming soon. Chicago, the studio albums from 1969 to 1978. The only true, good period of Chicago, according to most fans. And yeah, this one has all of their albums from Chicago Transit Authority, the debut album, to their 10th album, Hot Streets, which was the first one without Terry Kath. And, you know, once Terry Kath died, the music became a lot more poppy and everything. But everything that they made with Terry Kath was amazing. You know, you got all these albums, Transit Authority, Chicago 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. All of these albums are pretty great and worth checking out. Hot Streets is just okay. But everything else, absolutely amazing. Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers, and Abandon. Florence and the Machine, How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful, in its deluxe 16-track version, and this is just such a beautiful album. Bori Hegedus and Eric Tempfli, Diese Schwel. Scottish one-man black metal project Hellripper, The Affair of the Poisons. I bought this one straight off of James when he came to Hungary and played with the band. And it was really cool. Herbie Hancock's Death Wish soundtrack, German melodic death metal band Hi-Reese, I think that's how you pronounce their name, with their sophomore album Dormant. I got this one signed by 4 of the band members. You can barely even see it because the pen wasn't too great. And by the way, there's a picture of the band right here in the inner sleeve, I suppose. Hungarian melodic metal band Hydra with their album Láncraverve. I can explain. This is a Hungarian parody group, Irigy Hónai, and they, well, they've been around for 3 decades. They've had their own TV show in the 2000s, and they haven't aged all that well. Their humor is much more like pun-based, and they mainly parody like Hungarian music and Hungarian events and everything, but yeah, I have 4 of their albums here. I've got their debut album Fetrengés, where they only did parodies of Hungarian rock and metal songs. We've got Flugos Futam, We've got Bozzy Nagy Lagzi, which parodies the Hungarian mulatos genre, which I'm not even going to try to explain to you. And also Kao Media, which has quite possibly the worst album cover they've ever made, but still. So yeah, they're a very weird group, but I enjoy them nonetheless, even though they haven't aged that perfectly well. Pop punk legends Junkies with their new album Vészharang, KFT with their 2003 album Higienikus Ember, which I got signed by all the members of the band, as you'll be able to see in the little video that I put up on the screen while I am talking right now, and also their Balas Operában 30 live DVD, which they signed right here. Kim Gordon, The Collective. I remember seeing her in October, and I remember that I think it was the second to last song where she was singing, and then by the end she was like, I was standing in the front row, and she was singing like right there, right up close to my face, and I was like, okay, this is happening now. That was a great moment. This is another one that I kept in a box and didn't take out for last year's CD collection, but yeah, the queen of Hungarian pop music, Kati Kovács, with her album Intarzia. I cannot believe that I actually got to meet her this year. That's just surreal to me. LA Susie with their two albums, the self-titled debut and Nem Sírok Csak Táncolok, and they make synth pop with Italo disco influences, alternative rock with surf guitars, piano ballads, but mainly they just make whatever the hell they want. And they are really, really nice people. Like, they had some small audiences during their concerts, but I think their audiences is getting like bigger and bigger with every passing month, which is great. And they are really, really nice people. As you can see, Anna signed both of these records for me. This one says, good luck on your admission? I think that's the one, referring to the fact that I had to do some tests to get into like a school, to a music school in particular. And that was in July, and then the next time I saw them was the day after I got accepted into a school. And then I wrote to them that I was going to party with them, and so after the concert, Anna, like, just hugged me and said, hey, congratulations! So yeah, they are really, really nice people, and I love them. Go check them out. Hungarian rap duo Ludditak with their album Tizenegyes. There's also a live album on the second disc here. Gothic metal / doom metal legends Nevergreen with their album Monarchia. Olivia Rodrigo, Sour and Guts. Omega, Jubileu mi Koncert, which is a recording of their Budapest performances in November 1982. And as you can see, this was signed by the drummer Ferenc Debreceni. It's also just surreal that I got to meet him. Like, that is just incredible. And he signed a bunch of other records for me, which is awesome. Paramore, This Is Why. Plague Mace, Primal Priest EP. This is a Danish death metal band, and yes, as you can see, this was signed by all the members of the band. They played before Brazilian death metal band Crypta as one of the opening acts, and they were really nice guys as well. Also, I felt like they threw a beach party on stage when they were performing, so that's awesome as well. Pokolgép, Totális Metal. Hungarian metal band Radar with their album Lehetetlen. They performed right before Pokolgép at a concert on December 30th, and at the end of the show, they threw out a bunch of CDs into the audience, into the front row. And I got one of them, and this was the one, Lehetetlen. But if you open it up, you could see that this digipack has seen better days. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Freaky Styley, and Mother's Milk. Rock and Roll Monkey, self-titled. This is another one that I got in this little sleeve, because I actually got the Junkies album as part of a magazine, and this was just there in this little sleeve, as you can see. And Rock and Roll Monkey was originally Jack Daniels. It had members of a band called Jack Daniels, which was the old version of Junkies. And I guess they, I don't know, put a band together for like the 2020s and have decided to start playing again. And this album is fine. It's not as good as I thought it would be. It's just okay, in my opinion. New wave of British heavy metal legends Satan with their album Earth Infernal. Scorpions, Animal Magnetism, an album that I think deserves a lot more love. Sing Sing, Összezárva 89 to 99. This was a box set that I picked up, which includes all of Sing Sing's studio albums in one package, and also like a live album and a live DVD and a covers album. So you can see you've got the booklet right here, which I can, this is a bigger booklet, and so I can like take that out, and then you've got all of the discs right here. Like I said, I think it's 6 studio albums, a covers album, one live album and also the live DVD that's right here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And all of the albums have like a bunch of bonus material on them. So yeah, that's pretty cool as well. Prog rock legends Solaris are next with their Live in Los Angeles live album, and Marsh Bailey Kronikak 2. And I had met them at a signing session, just like I did with KFD actually, and as you can see from the video that I'm going to put up on screen, they signed the booklets for these two albums for me. Yeah, that was really, really cool of them. Sparks, Hippopotamus. This is actually one of their more underappreciated albums from their later period, I would say. So many great tracks on here, I mean, seriously. Stoneblood, Shrines of Morbid Integrity. Now this album is actually just a Junkies album. I'm kidding, but the thing is that there was this one guy that you could see at the back of the booklet right here. I think he's only nicknamed P, and Gravel Shores, who was the bassist and now is the drummer for Junkies, got the other Junkies members together, and they recorded this album, which is all material that P had written before it actually could be recorded. And so we ended up with a really, really cool album with Gravel Shores doing the intense vocals, the unclean vocals, and Junkies frontman András Sekeres doing the clean vocals. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Tanith with their sophomore album Voyage. This is a melodic hard rock / proto metal band featuring Russ Tippins of Satan, who we mentioned before, on guitar, and we've also got Cindy Maynard on bass and vocals. And the band members are just such lovely people. I mean, seriously, I got to meet them and talked with them for quite a bit, actually. I talked with Cindy about like a certain t-shirt design that I saw of the band, and that wasn't there, but Cindy actually went backstage and grabbed it and gave it to me, and I paid for it, of course. And so yeah, I have a rare Tanith t-shirt now. So yeah, they're really lovely people, and I'm glad I got to meet them. Let's hope I get to meet them again soon. Tigers of Pantang, Bloodlines, Uriah Heep, Return to Fantasy, and High and Mighty. Virostok, Memento Mori. This is a Hungarian industrial metal band with a bunch of folk influences, and they haven't put out any new material since like 2016. Since the mid-2010s at least. But this album's pretty alright. Yellow with their sophomore album Claro Que Si. And finally, this. This is a collection attributed to the Czech metal festival Obscene Extreme, and this is the 2023 edition. And it features, and this is also just packaged in this like interesting little card. But if you take it out, there are like two booklets. I think one of them is just like advertisements or something. But you can see here there's a lot of like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of advertisements, and there's a gigantic booklet telling you which bands are on this particular collection. And there are like 40 bands, or 40 songs at least, from like all kinds of like death metal, brutal death metal, grindcore, and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw this at the Crypta concert, where I also met the guys from Plague Mace, and yeah, I just saw this. It was there for completely free, and I thought, you know what? I'll take it. And there we go, another very well-varied collection of music, I would say. And if you guys happen to agree with me, then please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, we will see what 2025 has in store for us. Oh wait, I think we need one more thing to make this collection a lot better. There we go. Alright, see you guys later. Goodbye. This has been Kev from Pest, and you've just learned a bit more about music today.